on
Yahweh, by Hashem
nothing.
Shai, by Hashem Kwakadash. It's Pelo Hebrew, our Lord and Savior, who the world called Jesus Christ. So I was on TikTok, just basically fumbling through some videos, and I ran across this video, and after I started seeing the videos, and I started fumbling through TikTok some more, and I just keep constantly see TikTok videos about this pastor from Baton Rouge, and a lot of people saying he turned a young lady away who came to him for support, or for uh, help, with a baby. And I'm gonna let y'all listen and hear this, but man, this is why people have to wake up and come out of these churches, because remember the scripture saying, just quoting the scripture, the Lord doesn't dwell in a building built by hand. Okay, so a lot of these pastors and leaders are in alliance with the so-called devil. Okay, and they're misleading all people, and they actually using God for an excuse to get paid and rob the people. So I'm just gonna let y'all listen right quick.
Let me tell you why I'm not agreeing with him. First of all, the lady is not the only person that called and asked for services. His own members call and ask for services, and he denies them. They can even work for him, and he denies them. So I had a conversation with one of the members, because, I'm making it my last Sunday, the Sunday that just passed. He say, do you help people? First of all, I'm not a tax write-off. Like I'm saying, that's one thing. And yes, if I can help, I'm going to help.
And like she said, she's not a tax write-off. And a lot of these pastors, that's what they using, they're using church as a business, and they're actually not teaching the people the truth. They're actually lying and deceiving the people, so they can gain, and their family can be okay, and benefit while others suffer, and people working hard going to pay their 10% because they truly, need a blessing from the Lord, and need guidance, and they put this money in the church, and our people, and this is what happened. They get the short end of this, of the stick. So let's finish listening right quick.
And I think, as you being a pastor calling somebody a witch, that's not fair. But he don't even help his own members. So, all right, we discussing my church. You heard me? So I'm gonna say this by, I'm not agreeing with him on nothing. Let me tell you why I'm not agreeing with him. First of all, the lady is not the only person that called and asked for services. His own members call and ask for services, and he denies them. They can even work for him, and he denies them. So I had a conversation with one of the members, because, I'm making it my last Sunday, the Sunday that just passed.
And, this is what, a lot of people's pulling out of those churches, because, people's waking up to the truth, and the truth is going out in the last days. Okay, the truth of the Bible, the truth of who the people are, the truth of who these so-called Edomites are, all of this stuff is being revealed in the last days. Okay, and these pastors are going to be revealed too, because they've been, like I said earlier, in alliance with the devil, and they've been, robbing the people, man, and it's going to piss people off, because a lot of people work hard for their earnings, and they go and, give majority of their money to these pastors in these buildings, and it's the spirit, the spirit of the Lord is not even in those places. And the God of the Bible, Yahweh Bashem, how shall I even tell us that, that he doesn't dwell in those places. So we have to know that it's nothing but lies and deceit, lying and deceiving going on in those buildings. Mainly these places like that are just fashion places where you can put on your best clothes and see who looked the best. You know, it's really nothing truth, nothing being taught in truth in those places, or the truth not being spoken of. So that's why a lot of members in they sitting in there lost. So so this is why, you know, a lot of people gonna be, a lot of pastors and stuff gonna be cut off, and that's gonna be the Lord's judgment on these pastors, because they the leaders, the shepherds that's supposed to lead the sheep in the right way. So
He say, do you help people? First of all, I'm not a tax write-off. Like I'm saying, that's one thing. And yes, if I can help, I'm gonna help. And I think, as you being a pastor calling somebody a witch, that's not fair. But he don't even help his own members. So, all right.
So yeah, man, I wanted to share that with you because there was some more videos I was going through, and then I done seen like 3 or 4 videos talking about this one pastor, you know. And let me see, I might can find another link.
Church was called by the lady asking for.
So here we go. You know, there's another video. Now they talking about Joel Osteen. I never seen this one, so this is a new one to me right here. I didn't know that some person had called Joel Osteen for help. So let's just listen in real quick, because man, this is the Lord, you know, through the Spirit working, and he's revealing all wickedness, you know, in all these places, man. So let's just listen in.
A can of milk for the baby with the baby crying in the background. Joel Osteen's mega church making mega millions turned the lady down. This getting real, y'all. You hear me? A multi-million-dollar church told her that they would take the information and put her on some kind of list. Baby crying in the background and all this. I wonder, did these girls make these same calls in the same day? Because these churches ain't prepared right now to know that this call might be coming to your church. Joel Osteen of all churches. I got one of his books right now in the house from years ago, because I used to like.
So basically, you know, they what they're doing is sound like it to me that they purposely calling these churches to see if the pastor's gonna help them or not. You know, so, you know, like I said earlier, you know, it's just the Lord's Spirit and the Lord revealing the wicked, and revealing, you know, all of these wickedness in these dark places, man, during these times. So, you know, we got to stay focused and continue to just watch and, you know, see prophecy, you know, being fulfilled, and, you know, and wait on the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, because he's gonna come and take all these people out, man. You know. So let's just listen again.
Him. These churches are being revealed. When I tell you, Joel Osteen Church turned that lady down with that crying baby for a can of milk. All that money they making. Lord have mercy. These churches, I will continue to read my Bible and worship at the house. These churches are being revealed, I'm telling you. Now y'all see the real truth. No matter how it's coming out, it came. And don't you think God had something to do with that?
And this is why we say, you know, the truth is not coming out of the church business. Okay, the truth is coming from the highways and byways. Brothers that's, you know, speaking boldly under the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Okay, that's where the truth is coming from. You're not gonna hear the truth coming from these pastors in these suits and ties, and, you know, these smooth-faced brothers with suit and ties on. You know, you're just not gonna hear the truth coming from them. You're mostly gonna hear lies and smooth talk coming from them. But, you know, it's all deception, man. So your regular brothers who don't, you know, dressed up in, you know, regular clothes and on the highways and byways, you know, yeah, you know, with the, you know, they're gonna have the truth.
The Lord working mysterious ways. That's what I want to say.
And, you know, I ain't gonna say mysterious ways, but yeah, I mean, it's possible. Yeah, he do work in mysterious ways, but the Lord, he works in and expose things in due time. You know, just like right now, you know, all this stuff has been going on. There's nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. So, you know, this been going on. So I wanted to share that with you guys today, because man,
Now this thing is serious.
These pastors getting caught up, and it's business. So people waking up to the truth, and people repenting and returning back to the true God, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You know, so like I was saying, you know, let's look at another video. Somebody else talking about another pastor. You know, these pastors with these big old Jesus pieces on and the cross and stuff, man. That is, you know, that is vain according to the truth of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So let's listen into this lady right here and see what she said about this pastor.
Ugly ass fucking pastor whining, you fake fraud, fake ass motherfucker. And let me explain something to you. I'm not talking about all the pastors, because there's some of y'all good ones out here. But a lot of y'all is some fake fraudulent motherfuckers. And y'all fucking church members, y'all the main ones fucking want to run across us in the street. Y'all want to run across us on social media. Y'all always want to preach the fucking us. Y'all always want to tell us to use fucking discernment. Y'all motherfuckers better learn some fucking discernment.
And most of these Christian pastors, man, they don't even have the truth. They don't even have the truth. They don't even go and believe what the Bible say. Okay? And the people that don't know the truth, you know, they can easily manipulate the people to believing they lies.
Because if y'all don't realize that these fake ass motherfuckers that y'all fucking idling and worshiping is frauds, y'all can't tell me a motherfucking thing. You can't tell me shit. His fucking fake fraud, 1,000 plus 1,000. This motherfucker said, I told y'all 1,000 plus a bitch, you get what the fuck I give you. Matter of fact, you ain't getting a motherfucking dime from me no more.
See? The scriptures, quoting the scripture again, it says that the word is supposed to be freely given. Receive it freely, freely given. Okay, brothers in the truth is not charging people out here for money for the Lord word and truth. Okay, we know that the reward gonna come in the end when Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua come. Okay, but you know, like I say, you know, this church is business, and you know, people are not awakened to what the pastors are doing. But you know, during the end times, you know, they're being exposed by, you know, this sister right here, and more people, you know, putting up videos about what they doing. So let's finish listening in.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Y'all better stay out of them fake ass, fraudulent ass fucking churches. Know God in your fucking heart. Know God and make some fucking decisions on where you want to tithe your fucking money to. And stay away from these fake fraudulent motherfuckers. They couldn't get a fucking penny from me. And y'all church motherfuckers, don't fucking tell me nothing about church if you fucking idolizing the fraudulent pastors, okay?
So with that being said, I'll be back with the next one, Lord willing. All praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and double honors to Great Millstone. Peace.